Hey guys, I'm Glenn from Prison City Hobbies. Prison City Hobbies is a small little business venture of mine I started back a couple years ago. Just excuse me, I got a bit of a cold. Prison City Hobbies was something that started. I'm pretty much I didn't want to pay the prices of what people are building out there, what people are building or getting for their electronic boards. I have bought some nice stuff out there. Yes, there's a lot of nice stuff out there, and to this point where there's a little bit more competition building this stuff now than there has been before. I have always been a quick learner and a novice of electronics, so I finally took to the point where I decided to build my own stuff. Um, some of you out there know who Prison City Hobby is. Some of you do not. I used to have a page up. I let the page go because Facebook is far more superior and more likely to get everything out there. This will be posted on Facebook as long as my Google page and my YouTube page. Some of you out there wanted me to get this up a while ago. You guys know who we are, and thank you. It finally took me a couple years to get pushed to do it, but I finally decided to do it. Again, I apologize. I do have a bit of a cold. My friend Jason, he's been on me about it. Jason, I'm finally doing it, so I'm gonna start doing this now. Boyd, Boyd had mentioned it a couple of times to me, and I'm doing this now. Boyd and Jason both have gotten some stuff for me that they were just trial parts out, and they like my stuff from what they tell me. So, if you watch Boyd's channel, you'll see where he built a flying sub. The flying sub, the reactor core engine thing in there, the little doody doo thing, that came from me. It was a simple circuit, but Boyd wanted something cool, and you got it. Um, Jason has used some of my. I built firing mechanisms for Defiance and stuff like that, and Jason used that, and he liked it. So, and it's about what people want. I do build. I'm an avid builder. I've been a builder since I was probably the old expression knee high to a grasshopper. Ever since I could walk. I do build 1/72nd, 1/32nd, 1/48th. I even have 1/24 scale stuff here. Cars, model jet planes. My passion is sci-fi. If you look behind me, you'll see the United Space Cruiser C57D. This camera sucks, so bear with me. It has been started. I am waiting for a couple of micromotors, like 30 RPM, a little less, for the plasma drive, for the lack of a better term. This is for what this is. This does have pretty decent detail. This is going to be on a static stand. It's sitting on a stand now. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do. If I want to do a rock formation, or I want to make it hover a little bit. A lot of ways people are out there. They're buying these kits that are battery powered, and that's great. They're great if you want to be able to pick it up and move it around and play around with it. But I don't do battery packs. I actually run a wall warts, or most people call them power supplies. And this is going to be running on a 5.5 volt, 700 milliamp wall wart. It will continually run. It's not going to have any hookups of bebops, whatever you want to call them. That's why I use wall warts. I have a, as you can see, I'll pan this. Forgive me, this camera is really bad. I'm in the process of getting it digital. If you look over here, you'll see, those. There's some hidden special projects in those CarQuest boxes. That's a Falcon. That's my picture of Chase Masterson, Hubba Hubba. That's some, and those are the 3 ships I haven't built yet. We got that right there is a home built paint booth, and it works fantastic. And you got over here is some of the stash that I have. Okay, guys, just some. There's my baby right there. She is almost completed to the point where I can start doing the final paint on it. I've been on that for about 2 years now. Let me pan this way, guys. And if you look over this way, sorry for the jibble jabble, that's the workbench. It is my paint haul, or not so much haul, but yeah, haul as in look at the stuff I got. And supplies and stuff. It's it's like a typical modeler's room. The closet over here, I won't even open that because I'm most likely probably going to get killed when I open that. There's all kinds of stuff piled in there. I got shelves full of models and stuff in there. Some stuff you can't even find anymore. A lot of the stuff actually came from, believe it or not, garage sales. Um, and we have a sale every year here. It's called the Route 90 sale. Some of you from the upstate New York area, you know, York, know what the Route 90 sale is. It runs from Montezuma to Cayuga. And you'd be surprised the stuff you get there. I bought many furniture sets there. Um, I have bought a ton of models. I was there one day with a girlfriend, and I must have walked out of there with $200 worth of models for like 30, $40. I mean, you can't go wrong. It's large scale stuff, you know. Great stuff. I mean, right now, I'm in the process of working on this here. This is a 1/32 scale. Can you sign me? There you go. 1/32 scale UH1DH. And this is a pretty good sized model. It's big. It's not as big as my 1/24 that I just happened to get from my older brother. Sorry, KJ. Had to have it. This is going to have a motorized prop on it. The only thing I'm doing on this right now is I am trying to find a way to run the rotor in the back. I think I came up with a way. I got to take a couple of my daughter's old toys apart to see if I can scrounge the parts to do it. Don't count me out on that, because if there's a way to do it, I will find it. Some of you out there know that I do this. So also some of the stuff here. These here, I bought at a local antique store up in the Syracuse area. They're off-brand. They're Hobbycraft. I'm thinking it's probably Japanese, but they're 1/48 scale. They were $4 a piece. How can I go wrong? They're still in the regular wrapping and packaging. You know, I'm just like everybody else. I'm a Star Trek fanatic, sci-fi fanatic, and I had to do something. It occupies my time. I've got a couple of jets I'm working on right now that actually have a jet engine sound to them. Some of the stuff I have posted on my page, I'll repost so you can hear what it actually sounds like. I have an F-15 Eagle I built. It was an Eagle C. That had the extended body on it. That is sitting in my father's garage right now, along with a P-40E, a copy of this. This wonderful little Curtis here. And some of you probably want to know what's my favorite kit. I don't have a favorite kit. You know, Revell America and Revell Germany, the kits are different. Revell Germany, the kits are made a little bit better. They take a little bit more time for the molding and stuff. American Revell, it doesn't matter. There's tricks to make things work. I've got stuff here I haven't seen in years. I've got a Lockheed S3A Viking. For the scale that plane is, that's a big plane. If I had to have a favorite plane, it would be an A-10 Warthog. I mean, granted, it's not a supersonic jet, but I got to tell you, when that thing's coming for you, don't bother hiding. It's a very superior weapon that apparently was, from what I read upon it, was started being developed in the NAM era. I have an A6 intruder made by Testers. I don't know who Tester subbed out to. Tester kits are hit and miss year to year. I have a couple. Most of my kits are Revell and Testers. I have a couple Monogram, a couple APCs. I built antique trucks. I got an antique truck I'm working on right now that's going to be lit up with headlights and stuff. It was supposed to be a gift for somebody, but that's a long story. I have a Starfighter I'm working on. I have a Corvette I'm working on. I got a lot of projects I'm working on. I got a Reliance I'm sitting over here for. Reliant and a Maquis ship that both light up. I've been sitting there for probably a good part of a year and a half. I have an X-Wing I am trying to find a canopy for, because when I moved out of my old place, I had help moving, but the canopy got lost. And it was all painted and ready to go and get put on. So now I'm trying to find a canopy for a 1/72 scale. So anybody out there that has one, or knows where I can get one, I'd love to hear from you. Just, post or whatever. I do have I call it a microfoam. It's not really, it's just an old track foam from good old fashioned track foam. Yay. It's a minute phone, but I use that for when people want to call in and get stuff from me. Which is usually, if you're gonna order something from me, that's great. You got to give me a couple of weeks to come up with some stuff for you. Or if you want something built, let me know. I'll research it. I will do it. Everything I build, I research before I even put it together because I want to make sure it's dead accurate. There's people out there that do some beautiful work, and then there's me. Um, I will research the crap out of something before I will actually build it. And there's a lot of really good builders out there. I mean, I got to tell you, some of the stuff these guys are building, I learned from. They have techniques that I didn't even know, and there's some techniques that I've taken from people that I have completely modified and work even better, like with airbrushing. Believe it or not, what I use for an airbrush is just a Badger, and believe it or not, it's run with a little CPAP breather machine. It puts just up enough pressure to paint, and it works phenomenal. Granted, the pressure's low, so you're constantly got to clean your tips and stuff out, but it works fantastic. And I know people that use acrylics. I know people that use oils. I do prefer the acrylic. The acrylic looks so much nicer being laid down because even if you brush it on, it's still going to lay smooth. It's going to look beautiful. I won't tell you what brand I use because I'm not trying to do that. Um, but yeah, then this is Prison City Hobbies. It's what I am. Star Trek fanatic, car fanatic, all around model freak. This is going to be the first post for now, and I will get back to people with a second post with some stuff that I am working on. I got to get it lined up on the bench here and show you what's going on with it. I got a 132nd scale F-16. I had built a jet turbine simulator in it, and if I can get the volume control to work good on my handy mic here, I will let you guys hear it. Why not? Now I do have stuff on my cell phone from when I was at my other place that shows the F-15 Eagle. Some of you have seen it, some of you have liked it, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Please don't get me wrong. There's times I won't light anything up. I'll build a static model, and just for display for somebody's desk. I mean, static models nowadays, everybody wants one. The first model I sold was a D9. I researched the crap out of that too. I would still frame the motion picture so many times it wasn't even funny, and that thing was dead accurate. And I wanted it to be. It had to be because I won't ship it out unless it's dead on. And then when I went back to view it again, there was some stuff that I forgot, so I had to scrap that one and build another one. That one's sitting in a box in the closet in pieces right now. Yeah, probably shouldn't have smashed it, or probably shouldn't have broke it or put it away, but it wasn't right for me. I'm very meticulous on how I do things. Some of you out there already know that. I want to give a shout out to Boyd. I want to give a shout out to Jason. I want to give a shout out to HDA and everybody and the people that I forgot to mention. You know who you are. You guys have been my model friends for years now, and I will be getting back into the Hangouts. My internet connection is pretty much secured where it needs to be now. Some days I have it, some days I don't. Where I live is troublesome at best. So, adieu, boys and girls. Let's get back to modeling, and there will be a second post soon. Like I said, I will post some of the stuff I am working on. I've got stuff that isn't even thought of being completed yet because I want to make sure it's right. So, I'll get back to you guys. All right, everybody, take care. Happy modeling.